It's a sad day for the world of comics, and all of pop culture. Stan Lee, the once editor-in-chief and creator of many beloved comic book icons, has passed away at the age of 95. Stan was the genius behind not only establishing Marvel Comics as the publishing giant it is today, but he was also the creator of characters the likes of Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, Hulk, Doctor Strange, Daredevil, Black Panther, and the X-Men, to name a few. Born in Manhattan, New York as Stanley Martin Lieber, Stan first started in the comics industry as an assistant in 1939 at Timely Comics, Marvel's predecessor. They were a pulp magazine and comic book publisher that was owned by Martin Goodman. He was only getting paid $8 a week. By the time it evolved into Marvel Comics in the 60s, Lee would be brought on full-time, formerly hired by editor Joe Simon. His duties initially started off as quite mundane, with Lee stating that he, I quote, had to make sure the inkwells were filled. I went down and got them their lunch, I did proofreading, I erased pencils from the finished pages for them. He would then switch to the pseudonym Stan Lee, when working as a test filler on the story Captain America Foils the Traitor's Revenge in the 1941 Captain America Comics issue 3. After Joe Simon and Jack Kirby left Marvel in 1941, Stan would become an interim editor at the age of 19, and showed such a knack for the business that he would work his way up not only as a writer, but become editor-in-chief, until he succeeded Goodman as the publisher in 1972. How did that happen? Well, in the late 50s, when DC Comics was having a boom of success at the start of the Silver Age, with their revamped superheroes like The Flash, Martin Goodman wanted to do similar things with Marvel. Goodman then turned to Lee, and assigned him to create a new superhero team. So Lee got experimental, and got to work, giving his characters flaws, changing the archetype of what a superhero was, and gave his heroes long-lasting problems and conflicts. Working with Jack Kirby, he created the Fantastic Four, who would go down as the beginning of the Age of Heroes in the Marvel Universe. The Fantastic Four were instantaneously popular with their readers. This prompted further collaboration with Kirby, resulting in the creation of the Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, and the X-Men. With Steve Ditko, he crafted Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, the former going down in history as Marvel's most successful and beloved character to date. And with Kirby, Stan decided to combine some of these heroes into a superhero team, called the Avengers, including a character that he decided to revitalize from the Golden Age, Captain America. His efforts weren't unnoticed by fans either. Lee made an active attempt to always involve Marvel fans, engaging them in a dialogue about the characters and the stories. He wanted readers to feel like the people behind the comics were their friends. He was the one who introduced having a regular credits panel on the splash page of each story, which listed the writer, penciler, inker, and letterer. Fans would address letters to the creators, and in the 60s he penned a monthly column called Stan's Soapbox, which is where his famous catchphrase, Excelsior, became popular, and is also the New York State motto, fun fact. Stan's later years at Marvel were spent not only overseeing the creatives, but also as the company's figurehead and face. He would travel around the US giving lectures and participating in panels, teaching his knowledge pertained to comics and the industry. Lee has also made a cameo in almost every single Marvel comic live-action adaptation, and several animated and video game versions too, starting with the 1982 The Incredible Hulk, which starred Lou Ferrigno. He would also be inducted into the Will Eisner Award Hall of Fame in 1994, and in the following year the Jack Kirby Hall of Fame, and then in 2008 he was awarded with the National Medal of Arts. Stan's legacy is one that has made a major impact on comic books. He's arguably the reason why Marvel went from a small venture to the world's #1 publisher of comics, and later a massive multimedia corporation. Back in 2014, Lee told the Chicago Tribune, I quote, I used to think what I did was not very important. People are building bridges and engaging in medical research, and here I was doing stories about fictional people who do extraordinary crazy things, and wear costumes. But I suppose I have come to realize that entertainment is not easily dismissed. From everyone here at Top 10 Nerd, Stan, you will be dearly missed. Thank you for all of your contributions and for making our world a more exciting, entertaining, and marvelous place.